Hey everyone, it's Tyler Beast on Wood Spooner here. This is the postseason of the NBA on 2K Sports. Regular season has been complete, but now it's time to get things on a roll. The battle from 1 to the 8th seed and a race to get to the finals. Who do you think will win this year? Find out when the bracket starts here. Now, let the games begin.
Greetings everyone! Are you ready for the NBA playoffs? It's that time! I'm Roy Cruz and I'm Son of Beast. This is the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Today's matchup as we're ready to get this thing down, and this is Season 9 of the NBA postseason to show what's going on. Tonight's matchup as we're ready to take on a battle competition and a race to get to the NBA Finals. These part of the matchups are right in the between of the zones from the East and West, 1 vs 8, 2 vs 7, 3 vs 6, and the tight seed 4 vs 5th seed. But today, this is where we start here with the 4th vs the 5th seed. Tonight's matchup as Milwaukee Bucks take on against the Indiana Pacers at Gainesbridge Fieldhouse. First game is going to be the off to us starting to make anything appearances with our big night of the group. Today is this point as brings on. Tyrese Prince is now showing up with some love here as they have enters in with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And along with that one, only Brooke and Giannis are the only ones left on a tall guard position for the Milwaukee Bucks. But for the other side of it, Tyrese Halliburton has a lot of takes in with a lot of a race in between the inbounds to show what goes in. The kick out is just one way to have it in, and you may remember this one from Season 6 that the Pacers and the Bucks are the ones to be on. But this rematch is going to be insane. But at this moment, will this be a tough competition to start for the Pacers, or will the Bucks take in to start off for game number 1? Well, there might be another way out there, Roy Cruz. I mean, this is what happens now with only 2 obvious on the person. As we're looking at Giannis Antetokounmpo with the better takes, the ranging is in between of your own hands. It may not be what they're looking at, but here's the take. If nobody is open with the round, then nobody's going to get that one a clear take. This is what something's going on if there's somebody else in the way that's going to start it off from here. Well, at this point, it's going to be somebody that's going to take on with trust, and maybe there is one that can change it all. And as of right at this moment, the starting head coaches for Milwaukee Bucks is Doc Rivers for the head coach for the Milwaukee team. And here are the starting players. Ryan Rollins, Taurean Prince, Kyle Kuzma, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, and Brook Lopez. And on the other side of the Indiana Pacers, Rick Carlisle is the head coach for the Indiana team. He's along with Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner. Now it's time to get started. The playoffs starts now for the first round at Indianapolis. Pacers, Bucks, coming up next on 2K Sports. And my broadcast partners are, along with the team and the crew, we have the first starting in the range, as Test Tube will be the commentator, along with the others, with Boomer, and the third commentary crew is Nickel. I'll see you all everybody later for the post-game show. Now, enjoy yourself. First game starts now. It's big night here at the NBA at Indianapolis. As the Pacers and Bucks are ready. Be back after this. Hi everybody, I am Test Tube and I am here with my broadcast partner along with Nickel and Boomer. This is the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. It's the 4th vs the 5th seed as we start the game in the first round. This is where the matchup starts. Ryan Rollins is on Tyrese Halliburton.
Andrew Nemhard. He's right on the other side with Kyle Kuzma. And the other way we have is Doc Rivers and Rick Carlson, the starting head coaches for tonight's game. Antetokounmpo is on Siaka. And it's across of Miles Turner against Brook Lopez. And for toward the wing is Harry Prince against Nemhard. Are you ready? It's playoff time on 2K Sports. Bucks wins the tip-off. He'll start things over, now finding again to Rollins as he's right toward the wing. He looks it over again on the Kupo starts it over right now, finding again to Taurean Prince. Toward wing, Antetokounmpo with a drive and a foul, fucking one. This will start the first team for the Milwaukee Bucks as they count the bucket at one.
Really got a good start afterwards. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, the great free this play, it's a nice bit and effort. I mean, making a great finish is all it takes.
First free trip to the free throw line for Antetokounmpo is on, shooting one, as we've already made a new clock adjustments. Every regulation period quarters are 7 minutes, but the postseason are 8 minutes in. If you don't know how this will work, this is what will happen when this changes. You may understand this one with the last postseason. That's how the game works.
Well, everything understands with this game clock of the regulation, but we do see it's Antetokounmpo on your team makes that one a great quarter. It's not really what they all take in. But honestly, what the expectation does, it needs to be shown with a lack of energy. That's what they need to do. If they have plenty of energy on their stamina, this is what they need to do.
Second shot's off. And blocked by Brook Lopez. That will be his first rejection of the night.
Wow, take a chill on the shot pound range out there. That one's Brook Lopez make a start.
Here's Antetokounmpo's right toward the wing as he finds a pass to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma looking over now, finding the pass. Last touch is on Halliburton. This will keep Bucks ball in the Pacer zone.
Now the time's not really able to make it up. As you know, we're talking about Rick Carlson. He really has a lot of his energy that he's been putting in it. The dial and the energy for the Central Division, and they really have been showing us some great signs of a lack of energy. There's no way to have the pressure in that. But I've got to say, this is what the harder team makes if they don't play it often. They just need to keep this thing going in. They have the right time.
Here's Nesbitt. Oh, the flow down. What's the start here for Nesbitt as he's in the paint?
Look at the crowd energy. You know what happens now in Nesbitt? This makes it a great look.
Antetokounmpo right over toward the pass, finding Rollins. Rollins looks to again to Kuzma. Kuzma passes to Antetokounmpo. Fades a shot, looks to Kuzma. And he's been bumped on a blocking foul. That will be on Nesbitt's first personal foul and their second team foul on Indiana.
They don't start off to that word to me because what happens when Nemhard, he had blocked. I thought this would have been an offensive foul, but they didn't really call that action.
Kuzma rolls to Prince. Now he finds over to Rollins. Give over to Brook Lopez, and it's stolen by Miles Turner. Here's Andrew Nemhard. Up in the gap. Solid D in the performance effort for Milwaukee. Here's Kuzma right toward the wing as he passes over to Rollins. Rollins gives that one a side stepping over to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo rolls to Lopez. Fades. Prince up with a shot. That rolls in and out. Nemhard with a rebound as Indiana has their own time to put it back here. Nesbitt rolls again to Halliburton. Here's a jumper. The three-pointer misses the carry as Antetokounmpo with his own rebound. Now Rollins will take things over. Antetokounmpo to do for the three. And he passes in from the outside for the first three-pointer of the night.
Well, you didn't see what happens with Antetokounmpo. He really got shown what he makes today. Just on a hard contested shot, he gets a three. I mean, sometimes he doesn't make it, sometimes he does make it. I mean, three-pointer gets him a little off on the chance.
Nemhard backs it up and blocked by Lopez. That'll be number 2 for Milwaukee.
Look how good that confidence is for Brook Lopez. That really makes a great start. They really had it all coming down. Here's the other way to have it back.
Antetokounmpo's right toward outside the wing. Fades. Tyrese Prince. Round the back. And he'll get a two-pointer. That'll be the first one to roll the start for Tyrese Prince. He's got his first bucket. First timeout called by Indiana Pacers with 4:44 to go in the first quarter.
Now, we're talking about this one here before, the last postseason, and what they say now is that the last part of the game was definitely an undertaking. Indiana Pacers have been definitely knocking things right over by Milwaukee Bucks. And when Doc Rivers has it, they have no thinking of what happened with anybody that they really done for. You know, it's just not even an easier way to they're trying to keep another look at it. But look how this strong effort, it doesn't take that much of occurrences that really makes it a harder and strainable. They don't really play that one that much. They've really got just going over and under each basket, but they really wanted to go for 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3 or they don't. 1 out of 3 is not really my option. It's just not even a good thing. I always have to do nickel. They really have no other changing to look for. What happens is that they really have been keeping it in, and with some entire defensive effort, they just really have to keep playing with the ball. It's hard though, but the hard work needs to put it in with some teammates.
Substitution on the court for the Milwaukee Bucks and for the Pacers on the court. Have a little chance here for Giannis Antetokounmpo this time. Since the All-Star game at this point, only 28.8.
28.2 is now definitely the average that they're looking for. I mean, they've really done better one. I mean, he's okay at it, but he's like in 5th place. And he started out with looking for.
After a stole by Tyrese Prince, he's right toward the wing as he'll slow things down, not finding Lopez. Prince, find a pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo passes to Prince. Prince back to Antetokounmpo. Over Siakam. Free throw carrying along, no good. For Antetokounmpo. Here's Nesmith. He's right toward the wing. The last touch will be put in for Tyrese Prince. Indiana keeps it alive with 4:08.
Now, here's the thing about the Milwaukee Bucks. They've definitely been pushing things in Game 5. But watch what they did. You know what happens with Antetokounmpo and their team? They lose their strategy. There's no other way that they're really kept on going in. And they have nobody else to try to keep it open. You know, it doesn't really make anything with the change-up. They really got to go with the pointer. And the figuration is just a harder way to get through it.
Here's a three for Siakam, and good! He got the first three-pointer of the night. Siakam up on the range, and they're down by 3.
Looking confidence out there, and that's what Siakam starts his roll.
Rollins from outside, he now rolls the pass to Tyrese Prince. Prince looks to get a Rollins. Rollins, bounce pass to Lopez. Rolls over to Rollins. 2 to shoot. Over and no good. Great D by Indiana Pacers. And now they're back the other way. Nesmith with the finish. The hard drive is too strong. Antetokounmpo's right toward the wing. Slows things down. Now finds Rollins. Now it's back to Antetokounmpo. Looks it over. Now finding Kuzma. Kuzma rolls it over. Antetokounmpo right over toward the wing. And I will dump it in with another 2-pointer. He has 8. And it's Kuzma with the assist.
Really much confident works out there. I mean, what Kyle Kuzma's really giving it all the lack of energy. He really have to show how hard he can hit.
And Siakam buries the 3-pointer to make a 2-point lead to cut the digit. Timeout given up by Milwaukee Bucks with a 2:44 to go in the first quarter.
Looks like this is what happens now. I mean, that Indiana Pacers have definitely been coming back in there. I mean, what they all definitely do for, I mean, they are just keep on lifting it afterwards. They're alive. I mean, I know what they definitely did. I mean, all what happened with Indiana Pacers, they definitely kept on going. Just how fast that does, they are really keeping on it and playing.
And guys, as we look looking over to Tyrese Halliburton. The one thing about him that he's really been capable of playing for his game was in the 2020 NBA draft, he was selected with the Kings. But his all-time effort, he was all into the way that he played for Iowa State. The last part of the team that he was able to pick up his own status on his college career. He was able to play for one of his Big 12 in a game in 2019, and was definitely playing over with the one turnover, a 101 over 65 over the 7, and his 17 assists was most likely by the Iowa State players in the game. He surpasses the previous record by Eric Heft in 1974, and through 35 appearances in his freshman season, he averaged 6.8 points, 3.6 assists, and 1.5 steals per game. He was really like all but a better effort. I was loving now the status for Tyrese Halliburton. He has been playing out of his high school, and for definitely on his own season, he's on a freshman stop. I think he's going to have a better range of this one than comparing to other freshman players on his athlete by his air college seasons. With the new group, here's Green for the shoot. No room on a Kupo up. Over top and no good. McConnell's with his first rebound of the night. Return wing on Porter Jr. With a screen by Oni Toppin. And he makes a scoop drive for TJ McConnell. That'll be his first game on the bucket score. Down to 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Oh, they're tied up now. They really kept on playing it like they did it before. Which is what happens with some tight game contests. It's no lack of energy.
Pass. Porter Jr. up. And he'll take a drive. He will dip it in for a two-pointer after on the Kupo.
Didn't see that one coming in there for our Portis Jr. That's a great start.
Mulgerin's right toward our outside of the lane. Here's Toppin for the 2. Offensive rebound, and Walker takes a slam dunk. He has that throwdown to put it in with 2-hand jam. Porter Jr. Thrown away. Now he will make a new change gears for the Milwaukee Bucks as he now finds Green. Here's a 3. That one misses off the outside of his own, and Shepard with his own rebound. Surpass. No good. This will be on the Kupo with the own rebound. You're now send it over to Green. Green looks on the Kupo. From outside, looking in his own. Trent Jr. for the triple. And that will sink in for the three-pointer outside after on the Kupo. Trent Jr.'s got his first three-pointer of the night.
Didn't really make it up in a good effort. I mean, that's a strategy that can really do it for. I mean, what they don't play for oftenly is like, how are you going to score it? That's a big pointer for Trent Jr.
Now, here's Porter Jr. surveying the floor down to 10. Anakupa turned away. Keeping the ball moving for Milwaukee Bucks. Jr. for another 2, and this will drop in for 2 points. A 17-12 score as they're up by 5. Shepard loses the ball, going half court, and it went too short. So that ends the first quarter, a 17-12 start for Milwaukee. We'll get the second quarter underway when we come back after the break. And if you're just tuning us in, we're welcome you back here in Indianapolis. The start of the second quarter. A little bit of a great takes in here, but I got a feeling for you guys. What's your take?
I'll be honest on my own. I think my opinion is that the Pacers are definitely really are keeping it stronger. I mean, there's no lack of energy that they've really been doing it for. I felt like the Milwaukee Bucks have been really started off to only 2 blocks for Brook Lopez as he's been really been gapping it up. I figure you all have to see what he can definitely do to try to keep it up.
For the start for Indiana, we have his Tyrese Halliburton. He's good for PJ Tucker. And then the other one is Miles Turner. And then across from it is Oni Toppin. After a three-pointer for Indiana, here's Porter Jr. He now finds over to Portis Jr. Bounce pass to Lopez. Lopez over Turner. Great D by Turner. That'll be his first rebound of the game. Halliburton, Nemar up. And two-pointer will carry it in. Lopez is right toward the wing. He will now try to give over to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma flies back over to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. looks to Kuzma. Porter Jr. from outside. He now finds the bounce pass to Lopez. End zone. Kuzma slams it right toward the paint. That'll be his first throw down.
Oh, no fair. That's what Kyle Kuzma's simply going in to throw things down on Jay. They said it.
Halliburton now finds Toppin. And toward the zone. Turner. Big floater from Miles Turner as he's got his first two in the game. Milwaukee down by 2, just trying to put the cutting digit lead. Portis Jr. looks to Porter Jr. and now finds Kuzma. Kuzma back to Porter Jr. Here's Lopez over Turner, and he rolls that one in. That was the number 2-pointer for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez got his first bucket in against the Pacers. Now, as Halliburton's right toward the wing, he will try to give an alley-oop pass, and Kuzma denies the effort. Kuzma up. A send-off pass, right to Trent Jr. and make that throw. What an alley-oop successful for Milwaukee. That'll be number 1 for the first game.
Didn't start off the night quickly. That Trent Jr. was almost going to make that one, almost missed it. But that was a great start.
Great cutting boundary. That will be Miles Turner with his second bucket. 23-19 to score with only 5:40 left. Now Porter Jr. off to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma, and a send-over pass now finds it over toward the corner to Porter Jr. Solid D by Tyrese Halliburton. Indiana trying to look for a hustle. 3 from Offering. Another miss by Indiana. Now Porter Jr. will settle things down a bit. Now finds again to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. looks over to Porter Jr. Now he finds the pass to Kyle Kuzma. The send away right to Porter Jr. The pass to Porter Jr. Around Toppin. Solid D by Indiana. As Toppin's got a great defensive effort.
Well, you can't just slow down that. I mean, what happened with Porter Jr., he really is trying to give it all that he did. That would really made an unstoppable to make a force. This is what happens with the new games and all pressures.
Towards zone. Up for 2. No problem. As Porter Jr. gets his first bucket in the game, took under 5 minutes.
Well, that was quick.
After Halliburton with the 3, we didn't really think it was able to hit that long. Halliburton misses another 3 as he's trying to get right over into it. Watching the time, Kyle Kuzma now finds over to Porter Jr. The send over now finding again to Porter Jr. Around the lane, and he had a foul. Moderated with his first personal and their first team foul picks up on Indiana. Kevin Porter Jr. at the end of the free throw line, shooting 10.
Well, there was what happens with the foul has been deemed unnecessary to put it in. That's what Carlson was trying to get it in there. You know, somebody else is going to have to try to give all that he had, but nobody is giving a clean effort. Nobody's giving a good, strong amount of take. And what happened with, they don't really just play it off today. They just need to give somebody else a better open look. When you don't have any option, you got to get out of here.
Porter Jr. knocks the first free throw. We have some new changes here for the Bucks as Tyrese Prince is back on the court. And as for Pacers, he's right now as Rollins is back on court. Neesmith and Siakam are checked in for Monfort and Toppin as he moves him over right toward into shooting guard. Second free throw good for Porter Jr. Here's Halliburton. He's right toward his own. Pass over to Siakam. The 2 rolled in and out again. Lopez finds Tyrese Prince. Porter up for the 2. That goes off the board. Great D by Indiana. Just get away from the roll. And a reaching foul will be on Rollins his first. Now some new changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in report for Brooke Lopez. On his way down is trying to look for some another takes in to see what's going on. David Aldridge been talking with Rick Carlson as he really showed up all the way to the conference finals, and since 2024 was the last one that they pulled the effort. But you still have a lot of miles to take in here, and there's no word that you have been able to keep all of them when the big change is played to stop.
You know, it doesn't make anything that happier now. They've really seen what Rick Carlson really showed it up. We're playing a lot of great strengths there, team. I know we can handle it, but there's no other way to really pushing it in for us. Not anybody has been keeping it in there. They just really, like, keep on hustling. They've really shown a lot of their big steps.
After on a Kubo, here's the Pacers as they miss another one. We're down to a final 3 minutes in the first half of the game, and now he rolls over to Tyree Prince. He finds the pass to Bullens this time. Rolled in, now find Green. Green, 2 for Tyree Prince. That one next kisses again. 31-24 game. He has 4 points.
No standout, nothing stands here.
That's what Prince is gonna make a number 2-pointer to play release. Turner can't hit the 3. Nice move for 3. That's another miss by Indiana. They're losing a lot of temptation out there. They have nowhere to go. They just need somebody else to get that one back ahead. Green now finding again to Mullins. And Fendon pass to Kyle Kuzma. On the drive. Solid D by Turner.
Turner's been doing really well in his excellence on his skill. Looks like that might be a great take.
Nesbitt for 3. And good. Right to it from outside of his zone. They're down by 4. Under 2 minutes. Timeout by Milwaukee Bucks with under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. This is what the start makes it in there, guys. He really started it all.
Hey, the big one makes it sense. That's what happens with anybody. They really kept on going. This is what they've really been doing it for. The last part of the game. Wow. Take the energy to the flow and knock them down.
Don't forget, folks, as the first half comes to an end, we have a halftime show for you. That'll be all games here coming up after each period of the quarters. There's no other better chance than that for Indiana. As they roll along, they really came back. And then now, they've really been kept on quieting so far. There's no other way that they've really been, kept on coming in with some face-to-face attackers. As they all noticing now, they really must play hard. So as for Shaq, Ernie Johnson, and Kenny the Jet Smith, we'll be taking a look and see what's going on with the first half of the game. It's coming up after this. New substitutions are on the court for the Bucks. And it's right now a new change off here for on the court to show it off on the offense and defense between both teams. Now Rollins will send it over, now find it on to Kubo. Rolls past to Rollins, now finds again to Prince. Prince rolls in. That makes it a little bit of an attack out of motion to make some time. And it rolls right into the net.
Well, that took a long time afterward. I mean, now that really took it. You got it.
Nice 3 from the outside. As they really kept on going with Shepard. He's got his first 3 final. Now it's Kuzma's right toward the wing. He now finds on to Kubo. Waits in. Now finds Green. Green. Pass back to Kubo. Around Siakam, and a foul's been released on Indiana. With 1:05 left to go in this first half of the game. The Kubo hitting the free throw line shooting 2.
Well, you can't play it like that one. However, this is what Siakam made to do. They really gave it up and that foul immediately. Recurrences is not playing it so well after him. He really have to get right over into it. Nobody's playing a great change. How they really do this, they don't play like anybody.
On to Kubo heading to the free throw line, shooting 2 with the team. first free throw for Antetokounmpo.
You know, big change-up happens right now. This is what he makes him do because of his quote. He really is making everything going in. And because about the failure, he's been talking again. There's no failure in sports. It's a step to success. This is what happens with most players that they don't really give it off to. He talked about in this interview, and definitely after the post-game show, they really been like kept on going. But there was what happens with only just the 2021-22 season. And nothing really just made that one in there. They really kept on playing on offense.
Shepard's three, targets off. Green's right toward wing, he now finds Taurean Prince. Prince toward corner, now finds again over to Green. Green looks to Antetokounmpo, finding Kuzma. Fades back to Rollins. Keep the ball moving in for the Bucks. 5 to shoot. Rolls around. Great team by Shepard. Now Siakam will take his team on the next level. That's number Green. Misses. 23 seconds left remaining in the first half. Right now, here's Kuzma. Kuzma finds a pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo waiting it around. He'll now find Green. Green looks to Kuzma. Kuzma on his way down. Here's Green. With their layup, and he will be fouled. That'll be on Shepard with his first personal foul.
Oh, he didn't really start that one really good. That's what happens with Shepard. He really made that one an off target. He's not getting a good enough make anyone aggressive.
Only 2.8 seconds. It's a 35-29 game. It must be a tight game afterwards. So once we take a break here, we'll see what happens with the status as they're all legit even up. Green missed the first free throw.
You see what happens right now. Not anybody's good at sports, but Giannis Antetokounmpo is really like showing his part of the team to show a move.
Yeah, it's bigger than that. I mean, what they say for Green, he's got to like keep it moving. That'll be good for the second free throw. Siakam, half court, and off the board. That's it, folks. 36-29 is the score, and we'll be back soon for the halftime show. But now, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Torian, what's been the key so far?
Ball movements, score, we got to do defensively. Season short effort, translating into offense.
That mix has worked really well so far, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, stand by for the halftime show, as right now we'll be back with you shortly. See you in the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
They're running the offense beautifully this one, looking for good looks. The confidence looks sky high. It's going to be hard for that defense to disrupt that floor at this point.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
They didn't shoot the ball very well. That's because they didn't have any flow on offense. I'd expect the coaching staff to step to the block. They need to draw up some plays to get a good offensive.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks, as we're ready to get started for the third quarter for our first game of the NBA playoffs. Talking to one of our biggest stars, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's really like he's all in the energy that he has been pulling in with his best out of his fatigue. He's really been on the occasion, but the hard part is he's trying to show what he can try to rise up for his next level to be a legendary.
Legendary is definitely the star. I mean, hopefully there is a great effort. Let's see what he does.
For the starting group for the Bucks, Rollins is with Prince. Kuzma's been on small forward, and it's Antetokounmpo and Brook Lopez in center. Now Rollins is right toward the wing after the bucket for Indiana. Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer for the Bucks, and he's got it. Winter in the corner, a tough shot for Lopez. He's got 5. And it's now going for 3. Chair buries it. He's pulling back in, down by 5. Oh, he's really like what they're on edge. They're definitely even pulling up a strike. Antetokounmpo looking over to Rollins this time. Now Rollins needs some energy to put it in, trying to find a cut. The motion now finds it to Kyle Kuzma. Here's Lopez over Turner. Hey, good! And number 2 for the Bucks. Lopez has got 7 points in the game. He is trying to look out the energetic way. Nemhard against Prince. Solid D. Next move is from outside. And a 3 for Nemhard. That's it on the miss by Indiana. Well, they're shooting a lot of miscommunications afterwards. I don't know what's going to change up. They've really been kept on a touch. Now Collins finds Antetokounmpo as he will roll it again on Lopez. He finds the passes over to Kuzma. Kuzma sends the passes to Tyrese Prince. On the effort and good. Tyrese Prince pulls it in with his 4th bucket of the night, and that's Kuzma with the assist. Well, Kuzma got a really good effort. I mean, the energy put in with a lot of hard use. Don't see that coming up there? I bet so. Reporter David Aldrich talking with Doc Rivers, and he's really been like on a hustle, and he's been doing really well patiently. He's been talking with one of those groups, and he says that we're really doing well, but let's keep on the defense that long. And hopefully they might be keeping it in. There's no overtaking me. It can be a little bit difficult to hear for him, but all I know is now they've really been stepping on the gas that long. He really had shown what's going on. Siaka, 1 and double down as this one pulls it back down with a 43-36 game. Now Giannis Antetokounmpo straight toward the wing. Try to roll it to Prince. Prince is right toward the wing. Bounce pass to Kuzma. Over with the shot. And good. Kyle Kuzma enters in with his 2nd bucket. 4 points in the game. First for the first half, and then the second one for the second half. Another shot for Nemhard makes it in. 45-38 timeout called by Milwaukee. We're under 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. No sense to this, but this really gives them for Indiana that they're keeping it alive. They're not going to make that one hard. The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by the new Kia Electric, the official automotive partner of the NBA. American Express. Don't live life without it. And by Hotels.com. Find your perfect place somewhere. As we've seen in the headshot before, here's what Doc Rivers had made it comfortable out of it. But the game has put in a heart and a message from the Greek Freak and her team. He's been doing it all night.
To the burn, I knew I could use that. But we were gonna, if we thought we needed Kuz or Burke, we were fine putting those guys in tonight too. So, because I thought they were playing well as well. So, we just stayed with the unit dominant. The 15 assists to me is what stands out. It just keeps getting unnoticed. How well he's passing the ball and being a playmaker. Since before we put him at the point, but now it's just really standing out.
When Doc Rivers needs to know how it is making regroupments, but this is what he really made of just trying to make communications in there. It's what happens with Giannis, the Greek Freak, and he really can't show anything. Not just all the separation of it. We've really been seeing things, but sometimes it gets a little on a hard energetic. He really made personality. It doesn't make anything that's a lot hard, and with that simple take is he really must look everything playing a lot of it. This energy is playing in big, and not before he knew it. They really done it. Now Trent Jr. is right toward the wing. Without Damian Lillard, he's at the game. He's He's showing what he can do here for this team to show what he can have his own teammates to kick up a notch. Porter Jr. up, and a good 2-quarter range for Porter Jr. He has 6, and now it's a 47-40 game. Oh, they really have been pushing it down. That downward optional is not going to stop him again. Oni Toppin in middle. Turn under that mark for 3. And then rolls it out again. Just 3:30 to go in the first quarter of the game. Portis Jr. The pass now finding to Porter Jr. And he rolls right back. Now finding Trent Jr. Round the move. Nice scoop in for Trent Jr. as he has 9 points. Well, this is what Trent Jr. really made. That confidence is just going to keep on a notching. It's stolen by Rollins as he went down. It's rebounded by Nemar. Pacers pull it back alive. Offering for 3. And another miss by Indiana. Now Portis Jr.'s right turn to wing. He will find again a Lopez. Lopez looks at Trent Jr. Porter Jr. Now he rolls it to begin to Rollins, and now back to this time to Trent Jr. Jr. trying to look for a screen. Into a move to the drop and tipped it. Trent Jr. with the 12 points in the game, almost putting it exact-accurate, trying to keep it hustling. And stolen by Rollins. Here they come, fast break. Alley-oop, unable to get it in time. Now Burton's right toward the wing. The 3. Turner, no good. Could have got another 3-pointer this time, but we are down to 2 minutes in. Well, this is definitely a bad split test. I mean, I don't see what's going on with the Turner with the 3-pointer. I don't think he really have it all. He really just can't get it over with. They don't really step it in. I don't know what's going to keep happening. And he turned him over. They'll be Pacers ball with under 2 minutes in the third. Halliburton's making a great steals out of it. Assist games. He just kept on coming in there now just to get the status for it. When you got to make it clear, you got to give it all. 3 for Nemar. It's good. They're just pulling in for another 3s in the cash line. Now Rollins is right toward wing. Pass back to Porter Jr. and you'll now have an open look again to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. up. That's another miss here for Milwaukee. Here's Nemhard. Toward the wing. And then back the other way it goes as he missed it off target. Brooke Lopez sends it over now, finding again to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. looks again to Portis Jr. Portis Jr. looks to Lopez. Give over again to Porter Jr. Off to Rollins. Rollins for 2. Got in motion? No good. There's about a minute of play in the third quarter, and as Monfort sends a pass, hop into 3, and they don't have it back. Portis Jr. with his 5th rebound of the night with only 40 seconds. Now he rolls it in. Here's Rollins. Right to his own, and good on the finish. No foul on Indiana as Rollins has his first bucket. Played for quarters ever again. I mean, there's no overstopping the determination that he does. I mean, he really just kept on coming back. I mean, now he's got it. Nemhard for 3. That's another miss here. And Lopez is right toward in the wing. Slow things down. Now finds again to pull Rollins. Rollins finds Portis Jr. Jr. Pass to Rollins. 6 to shoot. Lopez down. Portis Jr. Cut up. And that's off the rim. That's end of the third quarter. They're up by 10. 53 to 43. We'll get ready for the fourth quarter when we come back after the break. Biggest lead on the step in the first game of the night. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right with you shortly. You're watching the NBA playoffs presented by Google. And here's a hustle for Rick Carlson with his team.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to
And with his own teammate from Rick Carlson, he just has to make him look him up. He really doesn't have anyone to give that perfect perfection if he does anything.
Well, it's just what they did. I mean, what Rick Carlson made him do. I mean, this is what we need to keep the team in from blocking.
And as a start for the fourth quarter, here they are. TJ McConnell's with Monferin. Naismith is from small forward position with Siakam. And in centers, Miles Turner. Turner right toward outside, toward the middle. Oh, Giannis knocks out Monferin on a shot block. What a stopping play for defense.
Oh my goodness. No one said that. Get out of here.
Kuzma rolls to Antetokounmpo. Now Antetokounmpo rolls to Portis Jr. Here's a switch. Howard's off the range. Now it's over to Monferin. Monferin. This time he slams it down. This one really seemed like he was going to light it up a notch. Now they're down by 10 again. Portis Jr. looking around again. Find a pass on Antetokounmpo for the finish. Oh wow, what a step in for Antetokounmpo. He has 16 points in the game. Really been looking like they wanted to try to keep him out. Almost took it away. Naismith. It's stolen by Green. Green slows it down. And it's Giannis will send it over. Find a big pass on Antetokounmpo. Brown Arach, good shot, and he makes it in there for 18 points in the game, 7 out of 9 field goals.
And Green's like picking things in. Another goal this match. It really kept on coming.
Timeout call by Indiana. 6:12 to go in the fourth quarter. 59-45 is the score. We'd like to remind you, folks, that we have our next game underway soon. Because of this one, coming up later tonight, it's the OKC Thunders as they take on against the other team. And they are playing against the next generation, against the other team, which of course, it won't take it. Dallas Mavericks on the other side to show what it goes. They've already beat on Memphis Grizzlies, and you already really remember this one in the first season. This was definitely a big shot down. Nothing really stands out here. For one of their big takes, they really took it off. And as for now, we're about to find out what takes in.
And I guess you would have to imagine out here that Dallas Mavericks have been one of the top team plays. They made it all the way to the finals by 2023-24 season, playing against the Boston Celtics in the finals. But it was nothing that they did. They wanted to win it again. They couldn't get it done. So therefore, they've already been finishing it up for their year.
Substitutions are on the court for the Bucks and for the Pacers as Tyree Brace is back on court. McConnell's right toward wing as he looks to get to Shepherd. McConnell right toward outside. A big take. 3 for Siakam. That's off the rim. And a reporter for David Aldridge has been talking in with Pascal Siakam. His running races and bounding, and he was, after playing with the Raptors, he now has been able to make another change-up with their team with Indiana. He felt like, well, I don't have anything now, but as all I mentioned before, it's just the way to begin. Just think about it. If I have another change to try again,
Well, no bullshit. That's the able to make it sign in. They just really have another way to go through this. Siakam is against this same guy.
after foul trouble called on Indiana, Jabari Walker with his first foul. And as now Porter Jr. is heading to the free throw line.
This is bad news already. That's what happened with Indiana Pacers. They were a slow start in the first game. I don't think there wasn't any covenant or contact foul. Well, they didn't get anybody there.
Porter Jr. knocks the free throw.
Sorry, I mean, there is no way to have encouragement that they really did doing it for, and that's for Milwaukee. They've really just kept on coming in with some shots. All that big time, I don't see why.
And he buries the second free throw. Indiana trying to find a win here to get right to the close match. McConnell finds Shepard. Ball stolen by Kuzma. There they are on a fast break to Antetokounmpo. Oh, I think the defender must have got a piece of it. I don't think that wasn't a shot block this time. Looking toward the middle and a reaches foul. Put it on Portis Jr. That'll be his first foul and the first team foul for Milwaukee. 5:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Well, you can't play it like that. I mean, if you're doing a reach, you definitely are not going to get that one too soon. You don't play that selectively. Try again. And the alley-oop the other way didn't go in. Here's her take it for Kyrie Prince. Rolls back to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo looking over again. Portis Jr. will decide to reset it again to Kyle Kuzma this time. Kuzma down to 3. Nowhere to go. And that shot's missed off the target. 4:45 left to go in the fourth quarter as he now finds again Siakam. He misses another 3 this time. What's going on over here? I mean, they're missing 3-pointers everywhere. That must have been a hard take. Porter Jr. find again Tyrese Prince. And over right to Porter Jr. Step back is good for Porter Jr. Tyrese Prince with the assist. He's got 4. Well, this is what happened with Bobby Portis Jr. He's getting all but his confidence has been down. He really took a shot. Shepard with a shot. That's missed again. As Porter Jr.'s back the other way. And he loses control. Here they come. Shepard on their wing. Slides up. Great D by Giannis Antetokounmpo. 8 rebounds of his game. And the fan you can hear them reacting right now, they are just did not like the effort. I thought there was a foul, but they didn't. Yo, this is how bad it went. They were really been kept on quieting things down. This is they don't think that they just couldn't get this thing going, and they really been knocked out. Another 2-pointer around the Antetokounmpo. This time he has 20. Porter Jr. with the assist. Man, they're gassed out in the first game. This is really definitely what nobody has been liking. Walker. Shepard. Passes to McConnell. McConnell in. 3 for Nesbitt. That's another missed 3 on the communication. Final 3 minutes presented by Adidas. Great step finds it away again to Porter Jr. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, and they've got to try to find another one big here. Kuzma up for 2. That's another roll in and out. And right turn away, now finding Siakam, Shepard for 3. Missed again. Antetokounmpo showing it again, right now to Tyrese Prince. Toward the zone. Portis Jr. Antetokounmpo to Kuzma. Here's the finish. Ow, tough shot makes it in here. Kyle Kuzma with 6 points and it's Antetokounmpo with the assist. Well, now this is definitely an extension already. Timeout on Indiana. 2:15 left to remain in the fourth quarter. It has been a biggest lead afterwards. The first game was a shock and awe. What happened here? We'll get a quick break afterwards, and we'll get back with you shortly after this. Well, there's no standard, no slash, not a choice. They're making it quiet afterwards in the first game of the night. Don't forget, folks, as we have our next game underway shortly, as we have this the other side. We've got a big game here as the Celtics take on against Orlando Magic here at TD Garden Arena. That'll be the second game underway soon to get yourself a next game. Coverage starts at 3 p.m. only on Son of Beast. Definitely been an amazing one here so far, as we've got a big matchup between the Eastern Conferences and then the Western Conferences. Let's hope there's plenty. Of course we do. I think there might be a great matchup. And now it's time to present New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's definitely like the Greek freak. 20 points in his game. His night is a special one. The bigger take is what they all really have to believe on is just how hard it gets. If he really settles down, he's been like a better athlete. I agree. Definitely happened to be a flying unicorn. Here are the final 2 minutes of the game. Here's Nemhard. Now pull-up shot will not take it in. And now it's back to Lopez. Lopez rolls it in, now finding Kuzma. And now it's rolls to Kuzma, now finds again to Brook Lopez. Lopez swings it across, now finds Portis Jr. Keeps moving around. Prince for 3, and he drains it from outside. Prince with 11 points in the game. And the fans have been able to just give it all with a great start for the first game as they leave their seats heading home. 3-pointer makes it in for Neesmith. Just about 1:39 left to go. I don't know what's going on at this point. I mean, they really been kept them going out of here. I mean, this can't make them feel like it's all good to go. Rollins, back by Lopez, fades his shot, now by Tyree Prince. Prince, Lopez up for the finish. Great team. That's how Miles Turner, and now he finds again to Halliburton. Nesbitt for 3. That's who I missed here for Indiana. Porter Jr. slows this down to a final minute in the first for the fourth quarter. Collins rolls back to Portis Jr. Portis looks at Prince. Pocket 6. Rollins in. Nowhere behind. And another miss by Milwaukee. Here's Halliburton. Nemhard's outside. And this will be another throwdown for Siakam as they're down by 20. But there won't be enough to get right to it. Yeah, it's probably too late for now. I mean, what they don't do is just don't get enough of with the better exchanging. They're just really losing their effort. Rollins with 30 seconds left. He now finds it over to Lopez. Keeping the clock winding down. Kuzma. Porter Jr. And it goes up for the 2, and he will drop it in one last time. 6 points of the game. Just about 15 seconds. Halliburton, toward Wayne, outside Nemhard, got the 3. It was a 72-53 game, but it's only 9 seconds. But the time has already come down to the end. First game ends with the Bucks on a win in the road game with a 1-0 lead in the series in the first round. Well, that's all happened. I mean, they don't give that one up to me. They don't play it well. They're just finished. And as for this moment, that Bucks is going to put it in. Now we go to the courtside. I have is David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much, Giannis. Huge, big win tonight. How did you do it?
I think our guys were running to the spots and we were able to drive the lanes and made the right pass and we were knocking down shots, the ball was moving, we were defending, we were having fun, so that's why we got to win.
So you need to patent that formula, I guess. Congrats on the win, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, DA, thank you very much. And that's going to wrap it up for the first game of the playoffs. Along with me, Test Tube, David Aldridge, and along with the two, Boomer and Nicole, this has been a presentation of the postseason of the NBA. We'll see you next time, and have a great afternoon for the rest of the day. See you next time.
All right, Test Tube, thank you very much. The first game starts up with a road win for Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the playoffs in game number 1. 72-53 is your final score for the first game of the start. Here's how you did with the total statistics. 57% for the field goals for Milwaukee Bucks, and it was 29 for Indiana Pacers on a 3-point carry. 89 for Milwaukee Bucks, and they only had 11 fast break points for Indiana. Then it's only 28 for Milwaukee on the fast break points. Well, along with that, 6 second chance points for Indiana Pacers. 26 bench points for Milwaukee with 27 assists. Then it's 6 offensive rebounds for Indiana. 32 for defensive rebounds for Milwaukee. 7, 2, 5, and 3, all between with defensive rebounds, steals, blocks, turnovers, team and fouls, with only 5 dunks for Indiana Pacers, 25 for the biggest lead, and 20.06 was the time of possession for Milwaukee Bucks. And now it's time to send you over to 3 star players of the game, Son of Beast. All yours. Alright, thank you very much. As for this time, 3 star players are on, starting with the 3rd star. This one goes to Gary Trent Jr. with 11 points in this game and only 1 assist, 5 out of 5 on the field goal. He is perfect on the free throw line with only 1, but this one happens to be 13 performance effort. What a great finish. Number 2 is Tyrene Prince with 11 points, with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 5 out of 8 field goals, and only made 1 3-pointer. Just 17 performance effort from the trade from the Timberwolves. He really showed it all. Great finish on his night. And for your number 1 star player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Greek Freak finishes off with 1 steal, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, 20 points in the game, 8 out of 10 field goals, made only 1 3-pointer, and he only had 32 performance effort. What a finish for Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's a great start on a road win for Game 1. And that's going to do here for our first game. If you're ready for the second game, it's the Celtics and the Magic. That'll be the next game happening at 3 p.m. So don't leave your seats. Don't go anywhere. We got tons of game of the postseason coming underway right during the game. And for those of you who are not joining with us, thanks for watching. And we'll see you all again next time. Peace out, folks, for a while as the NBA playoffs of 2K25 dial. This is Roy and Son of Beast signing out. See you all for the next game.
If you don't, somebody will.